General Hospital, secrets, scandals, and the downfall of Drew. Port Charles, a city built on secrets and survival, is once again teetering on the edge of collapse. As the tides shift in General Hospital, fans brace themselves for what could be one of the most devastating emotional implosions in recent memory. The central figure at the heart of this brewing storm is Drew, a man once revered for his heroism and moral compass, now shrouded in manipulation, betrayal, and ambition. But Drew isn't falling alone. His downward spiral threatens to drag others with him, especially Willow and Nina, whose fates are now fatally entangled in his deception. Drew's descent has not been a sudden drop, but a slow, calculated unraveling. His transformation from noble figure to morally compromised political climber has been difficult for some in Port Charles to accept. Yet for those paying attention, the signs were always there: the lust for control, the subtle manipulation of emotions, and the refusal to confront his darker impulses. While Drew has painted himself as a protector and provider, especially to Willow, he's become something else entirely behind closed doors. And now, those secrets are inching toward the light, threatening to scorch everything in their path. Willow, meanwhile, finds herself spiraling. The custody of her children, wrested from her hands and handed to Michael, was a blow that fractured the last semblance of stability she clung to. Her once gentle spirit has hardened into something unfamiliar. No longer the innocent figure many remembered, she's begun to act out of bitterness and desperation rather than reason. Her attachment to Drew, though inexplicable to some, is rooted not in love but in retaliation, a distorted attempt to regain control and punish Michael for upending her world. She has convinced herself that Drew offers her refuge, when in reality, he is her ruin in disguise. And Drew knows it. He's weaponized her vulnerability and loneliness for his own gain, even as he keeps his most damning secret buried deep: his ongoing affair with Nina. The very woman who once tried to rebuild her life after a storm of her own, Nina has chosen once again to operate in the shadows. Her entanglement with Drew began as a means of comfort, perhaps even passion, but has evolved into a ticking time bomb that threatens to obliterate every fragile connection she's tried to salvage. Her role as Willow's mother-in-law, already complicated and fraught, will become irreparably poisoned if this secret surfaces. And yet, Nina isn't entirely the villain here. She, too, has been twisted by grief, by loss, by years of rejection and vilification. Perhaps she truly believes she loves Drew. Perhaps she believes that by keeping the secret, she's protecting everyone from more pain. But secrets, especially in Port Charles, have a way of metastasizing, and this one is already eating away at what little is left of her relationships with both Willow and Lulu. When the truth finally shatters through the surface, Nina will have no one left to blame but herself. Lulu's return to the picture adds another volatile element. Though still recovering and emotionally fragile, she's beginning to sense the undercurrents of lies surrounding those she once trusted. As a woman who's endured betrayal before, she knows too well what deception looks like, and Drew is starting to exhibit all the telltale signs. Her bond with Willow, though tentative, is based on shared vulnerability. If Lulu becomes the one to expose Drew and Nina's betrayal, it will shift the power dynamics in ways no one can yet predict. Fans, like longtime viewer Gail Kinzer, are watching all of this unfold with bated breath. For them, this isn't just another scandal, it's a reckoning years in the making. Drew's image as a hero has long been fraying, and his betrayal of Willow may be the final straw that turns Port Charles against him. If and when Nina chooses to come clean, or if the secret is ripped from her grasp, it will trigger a domino effect across multiple households, destroying friendships, alliances, and possibly any chance of redemption. In the background, Michael continues to plan. His decision to take the children away is not just about custody, it's a safeguard, a way to protect them from the emotional chaos brewing around Willow and Drew. But in doing so, he's underestimated how far Willow is willing to go to feel seen again. Her embrace of Drew in the wake of Michael's plan isn't about love, it's about defiance. It's about reclaiming something, anything, that feels like power. But Drew's assurances are hollow. His promise to be there for Willow is built on lies. Every word, every comforting gesture, is laced with the guilt of betrayal. And while Willow may believe he's her anchor in the storm, he's actually the weight pulling her under. Once the truth of his relationship with Nina is revealed, Willow won't just be heartbroken, she'll be humiliated. And that shame may trigger her most destructive behavior yet. As viewers know, General Hospital thrives on transformation. Heroes become villains. Victims become perpetrators. And sometimes, love becomes a weapon more dangerous than any knife. Drew and Willow's story is no longer a romantic arc, it's a cautionary tale about emotional manipulation and the lies we tell ourselves to survive. Nina's involvement complicates it further, turning the triangle into a powder keg ready to explode. This isn't just about Drew being unfaithful. It's about what happens when personal ambition, romantic desperation, and emotional revenge collide in one of television's most volatile love triangles. Drew's political ambitions are at risk. Nina's fragile redemption story is on the verge of collapse. And Willow, once a beacon of hope, may soon become the one character whose fall is hardest to watch. But perhaps that's the point. General Hospital has never been about easy endings. It's about the mess, the raw, emotional wreckage left behind when truth catches up with those who tried to outrun it. And in this case, that truth is coming for Drew, Willow, and Nina with terrifying speed. Whether viewers see this as the death of a relationship or the birth of a new chapter, one thing is certain: Port Charles will never be the same again once this secret is exposed. And those who survive it, if they survive at all, will emerge forever changed. So the question remains: will Drew's downfall be a slow collapse or a fiery implosion? Will Nina confess before the truth finds its own way out? And can Willow reclaim her dignity before she loses herself completely in a lie she never saw coming? Port Charles is watching. And time is running out.